What gives us happiness, we love. So far we understand. We want to keep it, we love it. Now he says, if something is loved for the sake of another, then that other gives more happiness than the first one. What you love gives you happiness. But if you love one thing for the sake of another thing, you love it so it gives you happiness. You love that also gives you happiness. But you love this for the sake of that, then that gives you more happiness. Example, I give always, say, a mother loves the toys of her child, or the books or the clothes her child wore. Maybe the kid has grown up, but you still love it. Why? For the sake of the child. The toy is loved for the sake of the child, because it's my son's or daughter's toy, or clothes, or stuff they used. I remember going to somebody's house, and they showed the young person who was there, the daughter, and they showed, this is her shoe from when she was 2 years old. The daughter's, of course, very embarrassed. She said, I don't remember any of that. It's a little shoe. But why is it loved and kept by the parent? Now let me ask you, does the parent love that shoe more or the daughter more? The daughter, of course. The shoe is loved for the sake of the daughter. If the shoe is loved for the sake of the daughter, whatever you love it because it gives you happiness. The shoe is giving you some happiness. Who is giving more happiness, the shoe or the daughter? The daughter. Because, so the shoe is loved for the sake of the daughter gives more happiness, the daughter is loved more. The shoe is loved, the daughter is loved more, and the daughter gives you more happiness because it is loved more. Whatever is loved more is actually giving you more happiness. Ultimately, everything is loved because of the self. The Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says, there's a dialogue between the sage Yajnavalkya and his wife Maitreyi. And says, everything and everybody is loved for the sake of the self. I've given this example about earlier also. It works nicely, a simple example of this young man who had a good job and said, I love my job. Yes, you love your job. For the sake of the job? Yes, I love my job for the sake of the job. It makes me really happy. But you get well paid for it. Now let's give you a choice. You come in to work tomorrow because you love the job, right? Yes, I do love it. But you won't get paid anymore. Or you take the money and you don't have to do the job. Which one would you prefer? So he would prefer, no, I want the money. So the job is loved. I'm sure it gives you satisfaction, but it's loved for the sake of the money. Then suppose you ask that young person, but the money, so what makes you happier, job or money? Money. The money is loved, so you get the money, but you can't spend it. You can't save it, you can't spend it, you can't do anything with it. You have got the money. No. I need the money because of the things it gives me. So, all right, you can have the things, but you can't use them or you can't gift it to your family or somebody. So, no. The things I get with the money, I need it for myself and I need it for the people I love. I need it for my spouse, my children, my relatives and friends. Okay, you can get the stuff you want and you can give it to those people, but it will be to some random family, not your family. No. It has to be for my family, my wife or husband or children. You see, ultimately it comes back to mine. So, what is loved ultimately? The job, money is loved more than the job. The stuff that money buys is loved more than the money. The people you want to give that stuff to, they are loved more than the stuff themselves. This is the stuff itself. But the people are loved because they are your people. They're connected to you, the self. So ultimately, what is loved most? The self. Now that is selfishness. And that's very natural. It's sort of instinctive to all of us. What Vedanta does is investigate that self and shows us that self, one self, is the self of all beings. It's not the body. It's not the individual being. It is that Atman, existence, consciousness, bliss. That takes us immediately from selfishness to selflessness because it becomes the capital S self, the self of all. So the self is the source of greatest permanent happiness, continuous happiness, and the greatest happiness. And this self-knowledge is what Vedanta introduces us to. What I am, who am I?